All right, welcome. We are finally live, and this is a very special edition of the Purpose and You Talk Show. My name is Mr. Purpose, founder of the Purpose Discovery Academy, and I am extremely excited about tonight's show. Apologies that we're starting a bit behind schedule. A lot of things. I had to fly over the moon, fly over 1,000 mountains to be here at this time. Diaries of Preschoolers, thank you. Omo Ayeni, thank you for joining. Woo! I'm super excited. I feel like playing a song before I bring in my very special guest for this evening. She's a very, very wonderful, creative actress, entrepreneur, extremely humble, very beautiful, very diligent with her craft, and it took a lot of months to get her to be here with us live, and I'm super excited and grateful that she's here. So I'm going to be playing a song just to get us in that mood, to demonstrate how excited I am, and also to give a whole lot of us time to join. So
voice is simply faster, more natural, and more flexible.
Sorry. The song on the background is coming up. I'm gonna get that up now. So that's the way I'm feeling right now. Hey, that is the formula. Hey, juggler. Hey. All right, so tell your friends, tell your colleagues, tell your family members that Mr. Purpose is live. The Purpose and You Talk Show is live, and we are going to have a great conversation. Juggler. I will break the juggler. Juggler. Break the juggler. Juggler. I will break the juggler. Juggler. Aha. Woo. I love this song so much. This is the song that anytime you're feeling low, you play this song to pump your adrenaline and get your energy back where it needs to be. Because for you to fulfill purpose, you need your energy to be up, because there are a lot of obstacles that you will always face on the journey to fulfilling your purpose and becoming a person of great value. So let me just allow you to enjoy the song as I wait for my very special guest, Oluchi Nwabuzor. I'm going to read her profile once she's here. Hey, I will break the juggler. So please type in the comment section where you are joining us from. Please type the city, the location where you are joining us from. Hey. It's going to be an exciting conversation. And the topic tonight is developing the business in your talent. Developing the business in your talent. And to do justice to that topic tonight is an extremely talented young lady. Juggler by Lawrence Oyo, featuring great man Takit, extremely talented duo, and I love this song so much. Hey. Break the juggler. Wouldn't be. You need to be pumped up to break the jugular of any mental limitation that try to stop you from becoming the best version of you. All right, so who are we? The Purpose Discovery Academy. We are Africa's foremost and leading purpose and self-discovery academy for young people. We are 16 years and counting. We founded this academy 2009, and over the last couple of years, we have, to the glory of God, impacted over 40,000 young people with our unique curriculum that helps any individual, young people especially. Once you enter the funnel of self-discovery, when you come out on the other side, it will be transformational. You will be transformed, and you would have a very clear sense of your identity. You have a clear sense of your abilities, your dominant gifts, your dominant abilities, and also you would have a very clear career path before you, because that's one of the things that purpose does for you. When you find God's purpose for your life and you are convinced about that, it helps you to clarify who you are, what you have as a dominant gift to make contributions to life, to add value to people, and also it helps you understand your personality makeup. Once you understand your personality makeup, that would help you to navigate the complexities in human relationships, because a lot of people are born as originals, but many people die as photocopies because they are imitating other people, and imitation leads to limitation. And our vision at the Purpose Discovery Academy is to help a generation of young people discover who they are, and also equip and empower them to become value nation builders who add value to every sphere of influence. All right, so that's who we are at the Purpose Discovery Academy. We have our core values that we believe in as an organization. Our core values is coined into our name, Purpose. P stands for we are purpose driven. So we focus on the core of our identity. Our mission is to spread the knowledge of how to discover God's purpose across the earth. We do that through inspirational seminars, one-on-one coachings, virtual boot camps, corporate trainings, retreats. Letter U, we utilize every day maximally. We believe that every human being can utilize every day. You don't have the rest of your life to make the most of your life. So you should understand how to break your larger vision into smaller goals, into smaller steps, and you should have daily goals, then have weekly goals, have monthly goals, have quarterly goals, have by yearly goals, short-term, then long-term goals. Diaries of Preschool Educator. Hello, Diaries of Preschool Educators. Who's that? Who's using this handle? I see you. Thank you for joining this conversation. I'm going to bring up my very special guest in a few minutes. And then letter R in our core values, PUR, that's purpose. R, we believe in every human being must be resourceful, right? When you find purpose, it ignites and opens you up to your seasons of resourcefulness, that you must be resourceful as a human being. All right, resourcefulness is the ability to use what is available to achieve the desirable, to create what you desire to have. And the next in line to that is another letter P in our name, Purpose. We are passionate about people. So as an organization, we put people first. We're passionate about people above money. If we believe that if you invest correctly in people, you will become wealthy eventually, inevitably. If you add value to people, you will never be broke. But if a lot of people are so rich, a lot of people are so broke, all they have is money. So we believe in investing heavily in human beings, and we have done that for over 2 decades unofficially, but officially as an organization. The Purpose Center has been investing in the lives of teenagers, young people across secondary schools, across churches. Even this coming Sunday, I'll be speaking at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG Youth Parish, I believe, at the conference that they have. So I'm totally sold out to investing in young people. All right. So after that, being passionate about people, we believe that everybody is an original version of themselves. So we help people discover their originality, right? Originality. Then after that, letter S, we are service driven. And if you cannot serve, you cannot become great. If you cannot serve, you cannot become great. That's the key to greatness. Your quality, your ability to serve other people with your talent, with your ideas, with your resources is the key that would help you become great. So the next thing that you need to do is the next letter in our core value is letter E, which is we empower people. Sorry, I'm just trying to contact a very special guest. Right now, we are going live with let me try and send a request to her. Trying to send a request to her to join. What happened? Okay. Okay. Formula. The song on the background is Jugular Jugular. And that's how I'm feeling tonight. I've accepted your request. I hope IG makes. I will break the jugular. Jugular Jugular. Jugular Jugular. Jugular Jugular. I will break the jugular. I hope you can feel my music.
I'm feeling it 100%.
All right. Wow, you look superb. And let me allow the music play a bit just to. Aha, I see a lot of people joining. Isioma Abigwe, thank you for joining this. Gabita, okay, I think this is South African. Please, as you're joining, can you just let us know where you're joining us from, your location? Yeah, so the song on the background is Lawrence Oyo and Greatman Takit, and that's because I'm breaking the jugular. We are breaking the jugular, and you can see this extremely beautiful actress. She has broken all the jugulars of the enemy. Okay, so let me just stop the music, then I'll read your profile, then we can start because we are a bit behind schedule. Wow, thank you so much for being here this evening.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. So I have your profile here, and I'm guessing some people would like to know who you are. So let me just do the honors. So if you're joining this show for the first time, my name is Mr. Purpose International, and I'm the founder of Purpose Discovery Academy. This is the Purpose and You talk show. We usually bring guests who are icons of purpose, who are doing great things in their sphere of influence on this show to talk about their journey of greatness. And this evening, I'm very delighted because I have someone I consider a big fish in the movie industry. In fact, in the ocean of greatness, she's one of the big fishes. All right. So, and it's been a while that we have been on this conversation of coming, bringing her live. So I'm really excited and also grateful. So let me just do the quick profile reading. Oluchi Nwabuzor is a dynamic personality. Behind the camera, she comes alive with such a glow that radiates more than her facial beauty, but an inner fire that reveals a young lady with a strong desire for success. Born in the city of Lagos, the first child of Mr. and Mrs. Nwabuzor, she grew up believing she would end up as a banker. Wow. Okay. Where am I? As a banker, but or with a white collar job, but God had other great plans for her, just like He has for you viewers watching tonight. She graduated originally as a political science student, then did her master's in research and public policy. She started acting professionally in 2021, but she has featured in several YouTube movies and she's currently a highly sought after actress. When she's not acting, she's attending to her other businesses. I'm sure a lot of our viewers tonight would like to know what those other businesses are. So, ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls for my very special guest tonight. Oh, I left my drum somewhere, but drum rolls. Boom. You are welcome.
Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm very honored.
All right. So, how's your day been?
My day went well. Was fine. My day went well. Was really good.
All right. Fantastic. So, Uh, despite the fact that I read your profile, it would still be nice to allow you tell us who is Oluchi Nwabuzor beyond
Okay, so
beyond face value, beyond this beautiful, ever smiling uh, actress that we see on the screens, or I see on the screen. I'm sure some people are here who know you already on YouTube, but some people might stumble on this video and they would like to know who you are. So please, you have the mic.
Mhm. Okay, Oluchi is just the girl next door. She's just the normal girl next door. She's an actor. I produce movies too,
Oh,
and I do business. Yeah, I do business on the side. I'm just like every other regular person, just living my life. Yeah, so that's me.
wow, fantastic. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you also produce movies. That's fantastic. Have you,
Mhm.
can you tell us some of the movies that you have produced or featured in for those who have
Okay.
not seen any of your movies?
Quite a number. But you know one thing about YouTube movies that they usually change names, but I have quite a number of movies on YouTube. But there's one that I executively produced that's on the side. If you click it on YouTube, you can actually watch it. And several other movies I've produced, which equally shows on YouTube too. So and some too on African Magic.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Omar, thank you for joining us tonight. So let's go way back. We have a saying in the Purpose Discovery Academy that
Okay.
no matter the background you come from, your background should
Mhm.
never keep your back on the ground.
The
So
ground.
before this greatness began, you have a background, and I'm sure some people would like to know, or even everybody would like to know, What kind of background do you have? Are you an Ajebota? Are you an Ajebora? You know, where did you
Okay.
grow up and those kind of things. So just give us a sneak peek into your childhood, right? What kind of
Okay.
childhood did you have?
Yeah.
And maybe a bit of your educational background as well.
Okay, so my childhood, I was an only child for a very long time. I grew up in a very close knit family, very strict. We're Catholic, so my parents were very, very strict. So I like kind of soaked in on all the love, being an only child for a while, and I was very stubborn. So I got spanked a lot. So this shaped me to becoming the woman that I was because my parents didn't want to, what's the word, didn't want to spoil me. So I was always being spanked. And I remember every time we have to go to church. In the morning we do morning devotion. In the evening we have to do evening devotion. Have to, for people that are Catholics, I'm sure you're conversant with block rosary. Have to go for block rosary, and also this shaped me to the woman I am today. Because I'm really grateful for my parents for instilling discipline to me, despite growing up as an only child for a very long time.
Long
So I
time.
just grew up in a close knit family. I had few friends. Sometimes I go for sleepover, but my parents were really, really very strict. So yeah, that's it basically.
I'm sure they are proud of the young woman that you have become and are still becoming.
Yes,
I'm very
yeah.
sure of that. So to your dad and mom, if they are watching this or whenever they watch this, Daddy, thank you. On her behalf, I
Mommy,
will
thank
send
you.
you some cola very soon.
Yes, they did a good job.
Okay, so let's
They
talk
did a
about your
good job.
educational background. Tell us a bit about your educational background. Some of the guests that are featured on this show, some of them,
Okay.
in fact, let me tell you a bit of some of the people we featured here.
Okay.
There's a lady who writes movies that once
Okay.
was
The
a guest
writer.
here, but what she studied in school was biochemistry, and I was like, wow.
Oh.
Now we also featured a poet, a male poet. He's a professional
Okay.
poet, but he also
Okay.
studied microbiology.
Mm,
I think the last guest we featured here, he studied estate management. And guess what he does today? He's a
what is-
baker. He bakes cakes.
Oh.
In fact, he has a full business, that staff and all of that, from his self-discovery analysis. Just discovered that he could bake cakes, never went to a baking school, and
Hmm?
then he's a guy, he's a man, so uh, we've been preaching and shouting and crusading this for over 16 years, that every young person should be given an opportunity to discover their real talent, their real purpose is hidden in that talent, and not just
Mm,
be pushed or forced to go study what the parents want the child to study, either
to
because
study.
the parents just want job security. Our parents would say, "I'm doing this for your
Which is
good."
normal.
Uh, where where an
Yeah.
adult, how is it said? This parable or this proverb: what
Um,
a child would not see standing or climbing a tree,
the
and an
tree,
adult,
even an adult bending down or sitting down would see it.
yeah.
Yes.
So tell us about your educational background, and then what influenced the choice of course that you studied in the university? Was it your parents or was it you that chose that? And then did he prepare you for what you are doing today as an actress?
Okay,
That's
so
like
let
three
me just
questions in
run.
one. Sorry.
One, okay. Yeah, so let me just run through my educational background. I actually attended two primary schools. Nursery school, I went to Broadway. Then I finished from St. Catherine's Model School. Then I
Okay.
went to Our Lady of Apostles Secondary School. Then proceeded to Babcock University, where I had my first degree. I graduated. I did political science as my first degree, and I went to Unilag for my master's. I have my master's in research and public policy. So you see, I'm coming strictly from social sciences. You get it? Because I did political science, then moved on
Okay.
to research in public and research in public policy. So
Public
everything is just
policy.
what, yeah, public policy. So I'm doing research, analytical thinking. So it's different from arts. It's different from what I'm doing. But I would say that it's actually affected. what I'm doing in a positive way. Because while I was at school, I had opportunity to interact with people. I see how different people behave. I see how different people react to some certain things. Do you understand? So sometimes if I get a script and I read a particular character, I just go back to, oh, this is how this person will behave, or this is how this person acts. Do you understand? Like, okay, maybe how do I react to a good news? Some people are actually quiet and reserved. They might just smile. Some people, they will just scream. Oh, do you understand? So it served like as a basis for me to study people's character, for me to study the way people behave, people act towards certain things. Though professionally, because this is social science, it didn't give me like that platform for me to train
Mm.
as a professional actor. Yeah, but it still gave me an edge. It's still like a foundation for me to do what I still love doing very well. So I feel that answers your question.
Thank you. Very well answered, very well articulated. So let's go straight into how did you discover the talent that you have been using almost effortlessly? Every time I watch your movies, I'm just like, this lady is a natural talent. Now, when I watch movies, I
Okay.
categorize everybody on set into three categories. There are some people that have
Okay.
natural acting talent. Then some
Mhm.
people they they studied their way into acting. They had to go learn it, right? And then
Okay.
the third set are the ones that have missed their way. They have missed their way, and when you watch the movies, you'll see that they are doing a very poor job.
Sure.
They are
They're
not interpreting
struggling.
the script correctly, but
Mm.
they are just like, I must make it here because
I
Oluchi
must
Nwabuzor
say.
is in this industry and she's making a lot of money. So, so they are the imitators. So we have
Mm.
the people who are the creatives, who are naturals. We have those who are by willpower and sheer grit. They are there. And then there are some people that are just a complete misfit. But you are a natural actress. So at what point in your life did you discover that you had the talent? So let's start from there. And then what did you do afterwards?
Okay, so when I was growing up, I remember like maybe anytime I have to visit my friends or my cousins, I always call them, oh, let's ask, we're doing mommy, daddy, or uncle, or we're just doing something. I always, anytime I'm with people, because I told you I grew up as an only child for a very long time. So anytime I get to visit my cousins, or I get to visit my friends, I always drag them, oh, let's do this play, let's act this, let's act that. And
Wow.
whilst growing up too, I usually have dolls. I have a lot of dolls. I have a lot of toys, and I ask to them. I'm like, okay, don't do this, don't do that. So this has always been part of me whilst growing up. And when I was in secondary school, I was an active member of dramatic society. So anytime we have events, I'm always acting. I'm always acting in school. So I've always discovered that I know that I'm a good actor, because any opportunity that I have, I always use the opportunity to showcase my talent. Aside university, like whilst I was in Babcock, there was really no acting. We didn't have any acting club, so that was just aside. But when I was in secondary school, my dramatic society, I was an active member of my dramatic society. So I knew I had that thing. So when I finished from school, when I finished from my masters, when I finished masters from University of Lagos, I used the opportunity, to get into acting full time.
Wow, interesting. So secondary
Mm.
school in your teenage years was when you discovered that you could act, but you've always been
In
like a
acting, even
one man
whilst I was in primary school, anytime I
school.
go out, yes, maybe
Yeah.
we go to play, in people's compound, or yeah, come, let's act, let's do this, let's do that. So I've always been doing it right from when I was a child,
Wow,
so
interesting. I usually tell
mm,
young people and even parents that the secret of their future is hidden in their daily routine. The
true.
secret of everyone's future greatness is hidden in the things that you naturally just delve into doing. At times it becomes like a hobby, at times it becomes like a habit, but a lot of people overlook their greatness because they are looking at
Mhm.
other people who have found
Mhm.
it and have been able to carve a profession out of it. So, um, from that point of discovery,
Mm.
what led to you going professional? And then when did you go professional? And if you can look back, what was like your first script that you now said, yes, I'm going to continue on this path. This is where I'm going to pursue a long-term career. Otherwise, I would not have found one of your movies, and you will not be here this evening as our star guest for the year 2025. So when did you go professional? And then what happened after? What led to that decision?
Okay, so I went professional in 2021.
Okay.
Yes, I went professional in 2021. And there was a movie I did. And after that movie, I just said, no, Oluchi, I think this is what I want to do. Though it has not been easy, it has been very challenging, trying to break into an industry where there are so many other talents. It has not been very, very easy for me. It has been super challenging. But from that 2021, when I did that movie, I just told myself, oh, girl, this is what I want to do. And I just started it. This is what I want to do aside other things that I do because I wouldn't do just one thing. So it was in 2021 that I just decided to, okay, Oluchi, let me just give this like a shot. So that's it, basically.
Oh, wow. So you are practically 4 years in
Yes,
the industry
officially.
professionally. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. So what would you advise new female actresses that want to break into the Nollywood space, either YouTube or Netflix or which other platforms do we have? Prime and all of that. So, but they want to break
Prime.
into the industry like you have done. What would you advise them? Are there steps? Are there keys? Are there secrets? Or is it to make sure your makeup is on fleek like yours?
No, it goes beyond makeup. It goes really beyond makeup. My advice to them is it's not going to be easy.
Mm,
That's true because life is not easy. It's not going to be easy, but you just have to keep forging ahead, keep working hard, and it doesn't only require talent. You have to have a good attitude to make it. Your talent will actually pave way for you, but it's your attitude towards work and towards other people that will keep you there. You have to
mm.
also be consistent and always try to be better. Try to improve yourself. Any opportunity you have, maybe to take classes or take courses to improve your craft. Always try to improve your craft. And to round it up, be prayerful. Pray. Pray about everything, pray about anything because you can never underestimate the powers of prayer. So that's the
Power
advice
prayer.
I'll give people that, yeah, prayer, people that actually want to, come
Wow,
to this field.
incredible. So
Mhm.
to re-echo
Mhm.
what she said, if you're a young female talent and you want to break into the industry like she has done, the first thing she said is it will not be easy, number one,
Mm-mm.
but you have to be consistent. You have to also be persistent. Then she said you have to
Mhm.
improve your craft. And I liked what you said about attitude, right? Your attitude.
Yes,
You
your
must have the
attitude.
right attitude
Mhm.
because your attitude
Attitude,
determines
yes.
your altitude. So what would you say
Mm-hmm.
was like the breaking point for you? What are the challenges that you faced as Oluchi, and then how did you? I want you to share like not so much details, but like a practical experience you had and how you were able to navigate the season. I know that it's common in the industry that females, they face um, because we are live, females face some peculiar challenges, right, from male producers,
which,
right? Yeah.
which I
So,
don't think I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about
all
that.
right. So let's move away from that. So, is there any particular movie that you have done that really stretched your creativity, and after the movie you felt very fulfilled that, oh yes, I killed that role in spite of the technicalities involved.
Well, every role given to me, I always try to put in my best. I always try to put in my A games. Every script, every movie being given to me. But there's this particular job that I did that actually stretched me. In fact, even after that job, it still took a while for me to get out of character because it was a very emotional, was a very emotional character. So it stretched me, it really challenged me. But generally, every script or every role I get to play, I get to put in my best. I research on the character. It's I try to put in my best. I don't see a role as minute or this one is better than this one. I always give it my best shots.
In
Any
every
opportunity
role.
I have. Yes, in every role
Wow.
that I have. Yes, so
So you kind of leave
that's
a
what I've been
piece of
working for.
Oluchi in every role
In
that you.
every role, yes, that I get to play. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so let's talk about common mistakes that talented young people must avoid if they want to,
Mhm.
keep their head above water, whether they are male or female now, So the major word here is talented people, talented young persons. In your own observation of the industry and maybe life generally, talented people, for example, I know that talented people tend to take things for granted. They just believe I have the talent. Just call me up. Just give me the script. I know I'm going to
Mm.
deliver. You know, talented people, some of them, not, I won't say most of them, some talented people that I've come in contact with seem to have, um, I want to use the word very softly. They seem to be puffed up, right? And they have a certain way of just going about life. They don't, in local parlance, they don't send anybody, right? They don't respect relationships. They just believe I'm the talented guy here. You guys need me, right? So if you don't use me for your movie, it's not going to sell. I'm the talented guy here. I'm the talented girl here. So they seem to come off as arrogant. Some talented people. Then some talented people are lazy. It's just,
So,
if we delve into football, I have lists of footballers whose talent was obvious, but they didn't last. Right? Ronaldo is 40, will be 41 next year, but he's still playing. While some people that met him in the game have retired because of several things that happened off the pitch. So uh, that's what I want you to speak into now. Like, you are speaking to creatives or talented people, not just in the movie industry, but generally, uh, from what you have learned from life. What would you advise? What are the common mistakes talented people make, and how would you advise them to correct it?
like I always say, attitude is everything to life. And there's nobody that is not replaceable. Even if you think you are the best in your field, you can be replaced with a snap of finger. That's why I always tell people to always have the right attitude towards things and have the right attitude towards life in general. And people usually underestimate the business part of your talents.
Mm,
Running your talents like a business because it's actually a business. Do you understand? People underestimate it. So I always tell people try and network, market yourself, rebrand yourself, and set professional boundaries. You should have boundaries as a professional. As a professional, you have to set that boundaries. As a professional. And I always tell people have mentorship, have someone that you look up to, have people that mentor you, and have
mm,
those basic business skills. In whatever you're doing, you have to have those basic business skills that will help you. Do you
mm,
understand? It's not just acting. Have those basic business skills that will help you do what you have to do. And again, I don't wisdom is something because even the Bible says wisdom is profitable. In
mm,
anything you're doing, have wisdom, have understanding. Think, don't be too quick to make decisions. Don't be too quick to make decisions. Always research. Research on what you do. Try to get better and have the right attitude. That's just the long and short of everything. Have the right attitude towards anything you're doing. Don't be arrogant because even God doesn't like pride. Proud people. God does because like this, with a snap of a finger, you can just go down. So always have the right attitude towards what you're doing and towards life in general. and advice I
Wow,
would give.
thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. You remind me of one of my favorite Bible verses now, that the lips of knowledge is a precious jewel and to be desired, is in Proverbs. For those who are watching, go and look for it. I won't tell you where it is. Well, somewhere in Proverbs. I'm learning so much just listening to you. So, I watched one of your movies. Let me try and remember the title. Oh, wow. The title is hiding right behind my medulla oblongata here. But there's something I want to just find out, right?
Okay.
Would you would you say you are, what's the word now? Some actress would tell you, I prefer to play certain kind of roles, right?
Okay.
Or uh, so for example, let me mention foreign some foreign actors, like a James Bond, for example. When you see his face, you will know that it's an action movie, right?
Yeah.
And
Sure.
so there are certain faces where you see them on a movie title, you just know that this is going to be an action movie. When you see like a
It's gonna be
Ramsey Noah, you just
comedy,
imagine that
love,
it's going to
love.
play love movie and all of that. So what do you think your personality, your persona, Oluchi, then your face, what do you think you are most suited for? Is it a boss lady? Is it a romantic? Is it the action? So what genre of movie or storyline brings out maybe a core part of your person, even offset?
Well, I love to be very versatile. I don't want to be stereotyped into playing some certain kind of role. Okay, maybe love or action. I just like to be, you know, I like to be versatile. So I don't think I want to be stereotyped. But looking at me, I think love, I, I, I think playing love roles, actually bring the best out of me. But I don't want to be stereotyped. So I always like to be versatile. I can play about
Yeah, I
anything
remember the
except.
movie now. I don't remember the
Okay.
title, but I remember the movie. When I started watching the movie, I was like, okay, this this story has to switch, because you were initially playing the role of a girlfriend that was poor in the role, helping her boyfriend, doing a lot of
Boyfriend.
odd jobs, and I was like, no, 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 it doesn't fit this. This girl looks too smooth, too for this role. Then
Oh.
the story now switched. The guy messed
Mhm.
up, but the story now switched. Something happened. You guys got disconnected. Then he ordered and you ordered for an Uber or
Uber. Oh,
something
I
to
think I
come,
remember the
and
movie.
then you had become the boss lady.
Mm.
That fits your person. So I said, aha, now you're talking. Whoever wrote this story, now you are talking. This this face does not fit the role of a lady suffering, and no, no, no. So immediately it switched.
Mm.
Yeah, it was good to see that, yeah, that they switched the story to fit
Okay.
the
Who
the
you think I
graces
really
God has
am?
given you. Because
You
honestly,
know?
honestly, there are some there are some roles that may not fit a particular person because of their courage, even how they sound.
They talk,
They've
how
they've
soft they
developed their
talk,
eloquence, their
or how
diction. You now give them
calm
so so
they
so
are.
that's the movie, and that's where I now became a bit interested, and I began to look
Okay.
for other movies that you have done, and I said, okay,
Then,
okay, she interprets her role pretty well. So let's talk
thank you.
about the other businesses that you do. Can you tell us one of the other business that you do when you're not on set? What are the other things that keep you busy?
Okay, so I run a jewelry business. I
A
deal
what?
in all jewelry business, jewelry. I sell
Okay,
jewelries, zirconia, all kinds of jewelries. I do beads too, and I'm into logistics.
into
Mm.
logistics.
Yes.
Oh wow! Please, we have to talk off air. There's a logistics there's a logistics
Okay.
business that I also started, I think, in 2016. But let's talk about it off air. So, you're 4 years in the industry. Though you look like you've been in industry for about 12 years. You have this personality and charisma that makes
Mhm.
it look like you have been in the industry for a long time. So, and I do not mean, I'm not flattering you at all. So,
Thank you.
but who are the top three female role models or mentors? You talked about mentors earlier that
Yeah.
you looked up to maybe before you got into the industry that
Mhm.
helped shape your mindset, and also you you get inspiration maybe when you just watch some of their movies or read their stories. Can you mention three? It can be more, whether within the
Okay.
Nigerian space or international actors.
Okay, so one actor I watched while growing up that is really good is Mercy Johnson. She's a very fantastic actor. Mercy Johnson, she's very natural. She's someone I watched while growing up, and I tried to not really emulate her, but she's very good at what she does. She's very good at her craft. Mercy Johnson is one of them, and I've not worked with her before, but I hope to work with her in future. Then another very talented actor is Bucci Franklin. I don't know if you
Bucci
know him.
Franklin,
Yes,
that
yes. Oh
was
my
in
God.
To
To
Kill a
Kill a
Monkey or
Monkey.
something.
Yes. Oh my God. I feel that guy is underrated. He's a very, very fantastic actor. Very, very fantastic actor. He's very good at what he does. And another person, another role model, Oprah Winfrey.
Oh wow.
Yes, she's someone I listen to, and I try to emulate. So those basically the three people I look up to.
Oprah Winfrey, Mercy
Mhm.
Johnson. Bucci Franklin is a man. I wanted to say, what about the men? But you already mentioned Bucci Franklin.
I mentioned one,
Fantastic.
yeah, but
All right. I believe that because your mind can conceive it, it will happen soon. You and Mercy Johnson will soon feature in the same movie. And you remember, I said it here first. We said it here first. Watch out for
yeah,
the movie. People, watch out for
yeah.
the movie Oluchi Nwabuzor, starring Mercy Johnson, and I might even just be featuring in that movie too. I'll be doing a waka pass scene.
Okay.
All right, or maybe I'll just be playing the role of a life coach in the movie.
The
So let's
movie.
begin to wind down the clock so that I don't keep you here for too long. Though I'm enjoying this conversation already.
Me too.
So you talked about having a Christian background and having parents that kept you on the path, the narrow path, discipline, and all of that. So I'm sure you must have attended Sunday school or Bible, or Bible quiz when you were growing up. So I want you to tell us. I always ask every guest to tell us their favorite Bible characters and
Okay.
why, and then how
Um,
have these characters influenced you in any way. So three questions in one: your favorite Bible character or characters.
okay.
Why did you choose that particular character? And
Mhm.
how has their story in the Bible has it influenced you as a woman?
Okay, so I'll be brief about it. I'll talk about two Bible characters. Queen Esther in the Bible. I know everybody's conversant with Queen Esther. Queen Esther was just a Jew. She came from nothing and she became the queen of Persia. And one thing I learned about Queen Esther is that she listens. She listens. She listened to Mordecai. She had a
Mm.
listening ear. Everything he told her to do, she did it. Even when Haman wanted to, kill the Jews, and she had to fast, and she did everything, and she found favor in the sight of the king. She carried herself so graciously. Queen Esther, that's number one. And number two, another significant character is Job. Job faced a lot of challenges. Yes, Job in the
Mm.
Bible, he was tempted. In fact, Job can be he can be, we can say Job was maybe like the Dangote of our time. He had everything. He was very rich, and all of a sudden he
The
just
richest man in the
crashed.
East at that time.
Yes, he
Yeah.
just, yes, at that time. So imagine a Dangote having so much wealth and he's reduced to nothing. And so even when he was
Mm,
facing those challenges and facing those trials, and people were telling him, "Oh, curse God and die, you've lost everything." Even his wife was telling him, "Curse God and die." He still had faith. He was still resilient. He said no. He still trusted God, regardless of everything he went through.
what's going
And
on?
after everything, yes, and after everything, God blessed him even times seven. He gave him everything he lost. He times it. So this, why these characters are the why these characters what's the word to use? Why I
Inspired you.
why I'm inspired by these characters is because I always tell people have faith, regardless of whatever you're going through. Just have faith, be steadfast, and whatever you're
Mm,
going through, pray about it. God listens. Queen Esther fasted and she prayed and she found favor in the sight of God. So you should actually apply this to your Christian life. You should apply, for Christians though, you should apply it to your Christian life. You should apply it to what you do. And
what
regardless
you
of the
do.
temptation, yes, and regardless of the temptation you pass through, regardless of whatever you lose, there's someone up there that can make you recover. I can give you 10 years in one day. Just
Mm,
have faith and keep pushing. Have faith. There's nothing God cannot do. So these are the two characters I in the Bible that I can resonate with. Yeah.
preach, 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 preach. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm getting some thoughts and ideas. We have a conference coming up next
Okay.
year.
Okay.
By God's grace, around February, we usually hold a conference for teenagers in secondary school. I
Okay.
think it's going to be next year is going to be themed Believe Your Dreams Conference.
Okay.
So I know I've not told you this off camera, but
Uh-uh.
just listening to you talk now, I'm imagining just you in front of 1,500 young people, and you're just giving them this life insights and all of that.
Thank you.
So you might just be getting an invitation from us to be one of
Okay.
our guest speakers. That's what
That
that's
would
what
be
I'm
fine.
driving at. So thank you for
Okay.
that. So Job and Esther, and
Nice stuff.
like what you said is so
Mm.
important for every young person to take note of that point. When Esther became queen, she was still listening to her
Yes.
mentor.
Mentor
Though she
Mordecai.
was in quote more powerful than
Than
Mordecai,
him. Yeah.
she was more affluential, she was more influential. She would have
Mm-hmm.
just said, "You are now beneath me. You're not in my
Yes.
social class
I don't
anymore.
need you anymore.
I don't need you anymore." She remained humble at heart, and that was what preserved her, because Mordecai was the one that gave her the strategy
Insights and the strategy
to remain
to
relevant. Wow, thank you for that. And then Job, really, we never really at times bring out Bible characters and place them beside um, people in our world today. Job
mm.
was really like the Dangote of his time,
Yes, of yeah. And he lost everything.
and he lost everything. Wow,
Yes. He
wow,
was to the
wow.
ground. Everything.
That's some food for thought there. That's a
Mm-hmm.
food for thought there. Thank you for that. And I've never really thought about it in that light, but you just shifted something in my own mindset as well. Thank you. So we have two more questions to go. Oh wow, we've come almost to the end of the show tonight. Wow. Oh no, no, no. We have to start all over again. Okay, so tell us what are the three most significant lessons you have learned being a professional actress?
Hmm. The lessons I've learned. You have to
Mm,
be very patient.
patient.
Yes. You have to be very patient. You have to be, I don't know how to stress the word. You have to be very, very, very patient. Very,
Mm.
very patient. Number two, you have to be open to criticism. As in,
You have to
yeah,
be what? Second one
you
is
have to
what?
be, you have to be open to be criticized. To criticism. Yeah, you
Oh,
have to
okay.
be open to criticism. That's number two. Then number three, people will
Mm,
test you. People
mm,
will test you. People will annoy you. People would. do bad things to you, but just hold yourself and keep your head high and just overlook. Just
Wow.
overlook. Yes.
So just be authentic to who you are, in
Yes. Yeah,
spite
be
of what
authentic.
other people
That
do
people
to you.
throw at you. Yes. Be very
Wow.
confident of yourself. Be very confident. Wear confidence as your second sleeve. And I always tell people, for you to build that self confidence, always tell yourself you are beautiful. You are the most beautiful in the room. That will
Mm.
help you develop that confidence. You see yourself as the best. See yourself as the best in the room. That would help you
Wow.
build self confidence. Yes.
Thank you so much. So your self-talk must be extremely positive. What you
Mm.
say to yourself in your head
So yes.
within within the privacy of your own thoughts. It
Uh-huh.
must be healthy. You must
Yes.
be patient. You talked about patience. You must also
Patience. Be
be
open to be
what's the other thing you
criticized.
said now?
Yes. Open to
Be
criticism.
open to criticism, and that requires
Yes.
having a healthy self-esteem, because
Mm-hmm.
some people, once
Always
you
want to learn.
criticize them,
Be open to learning because you don't know everything. Be open to
mm,
learning. Yes. Be open to learning because you don't know everything.
wow, awesome. So the final question, that I can't even believe that this is the final question for. It looks like we've been talking for just 10 minutes. Oh wow. All right. So final question for tonight before you go is, if you were able to advise Oluchi at 16, if you could go back to being 16, what would you tell Oluchi? What advice would you give to the 16-year-old version of your beautiful self?
Ah. The advice I'll give my 16-year-old is uh, believe in yourself, be patient. Aside school, learn a skill.
Mm,
Aside school, learn a skill. Very important. Learn a skill. Don't be too quick to jump into conclusion. Don't be too quick to make decisions. So don't be too quick to jump into conclusion and don't be too quick to make decisions. Think it through.
mm.
Think it through. Yes, think it through. Think about it. Think about the way the core and the pros of any decision you want to take, and have someone you look up to. Have like a
Have a
mentor.
mentor. Yeah.
Yes, somebody that someone that is trustworthy, that you can always ask questions. When doing stuff. So that's the advice I would give a 16-year-old.
Wow. This has been like a masterclass session with you, Oluchi. And I must say that anyone that watches this video will get a lot of value, though it's not been very long, but it's been very insightful. We have the honor of hosting, for those who are just joining us tonight on the Purpose and You Talk Show, one of the rising stars in the Nollywood industry coming out of Africa to the world, because the YouTube platform is a global platform. So she's a global star. She's an icon. She doesn't like to admit it yet, but that is who she is. She's our superstar actress, and we are very honored to have hosted you tonight on the Purpose and
It's
You
really
Talk
nice.
Show. Somebody saying good evening, John. Okay, John, hi, great to be here. Thank you, John, for joining. So we have an app. We have a mobile app on Google Play Store. The app is a compilation of some of the courses that will help any individual, any young person, to go from lack of self-awareness to self-discovery, then to self-mastery. So I want you to just talk a bit into that. Why do you think it's important for any young person in today's world to discover who they are early and have a conviction that is unshakable? Why do you think it's important for anyone to discover purpose? Before I allow you to go.
It's important for you to discover your purpose, discover who you are. It's important. So you know what you want to do. You know what you want out of life. So you have to discover your purpose. That's why mentorship is very important. I keep talking about mentorship. That's why mentorship is very important. You have to know who you are. You have to know what you want to do. You have to know what you are capable of doing. You have to know your strengths and your weakness. This will help
Yes,
you
yes.
as you go through life. Yes, you have to know your weakness. You have to know what you like doing. You have to know what you like doing. You have to know your strength. So discovering your purpose is, if not one of the most important thing you have to do as an individual and as a human being. So that's why you have the mentorship, or you have to attend classes, or you have to, talk to people that are intelligent. You have to keep learning, go online, take courses, listen to some talk shows to discover who you really are. And again, you have to, look within yourself. What can I do? Who am I really? You understand? Because you can lie to every other person, but you cannot lie to
Don't lie
yourself.
to yourself.
There's something in you that will tell, okay, oh, Oluchi, I can do this thing. Oh, I think I'm good at this, or I don't think I'm so good at this, or maybe I can be better at this, or maybe if I take courses or if I try to develop myself, I think I can reach the peak of whatever I want to do. So discovering yourself, you have to start early so that you don't waste your time. Time waits for no one, so you don't waste your time. So discovering yourself early is very, very good. And it's a good thing that you have this app, and it's a good thing that, sometimes you go out to talk to young people, and it's good. What you're doing is actually good, because some of these things they don't teach us in school. School is
Yeah,
just, oh, you are doing social studies, you
a
are doing
straight
business
jacket. Yeah,
administration. Yeah, it's just 3 years. They don't even they don't prepare us for the real world. They don't prepare us for the world you are going into.
going into
That's why I was saying, if I have to talk to myself, my 16-year-old self, learn a skill.
learn a
Aside going
skill.
to school, yes, as I keep preaching, aside going to school, learn a skill. Learn a
Powerful.
skill.
Learn a
Yes,
life skill
yes,
because it's
yes,
the
that you don't
skills
know
that will help
where.
you pay your bills.
Yes, skills will help. I'm not saying education is not good. Education is the foundation, but learn a skill. So that's
Learn a
the big
skill.
thing. Yeah.
All right. All right, people, you heard it from Oluchi, our star guest tonight. Learn a skill, get a mentor, be
Mm-hmm.
patient, be open to
Mm-hmm.
learning, have
Learning.
the right attitude.
Very
A
important.
lot, a lot, a lot has been said tonight on the Purpose and You Talk show. Thank you so much, Oluchi Nwabuzor, for being
You're
with me
welcome. You're
and being so
welcome.
gracious with your time. So, is there any project you are working on now that we should look out for in a few weeks so that we can go set the alarm or notification bells on our YouTube? Or then, if people want to follow you on YouTube or follow your work, so what social media? What's your social media handle? How can we follow your work or get to or maybe there's a producer watching this now and they need to feature you in the movie. How do we contact Oluchi? Like the safest one
Okay.
that is available to.
Um, I'm very active on Instagram. And my Instagram name is at Oluchi Nwabuzor. I'm very, very active. More active on
Okay.
Instagram than my other social media network or platform rather. Then I have a movie that will be coming out next week. Yes,
Next week.
but I'll put it on my page. I have a movie. There's some other projects I have done, but it's not out yet. I don't know when it's gonna come out. But there's a movie that'll be coming out next week. So you guys stay tuned. I'll be putting it on my Instagram page with the link on YouTube. Yeah.
All right. So please, everybody, once the movie is out, we have to make sure that it goes viral. It has to go. We have to blast it. Put it on your status. Put it on your page. Put it on your stories.
Mm-hmm.
Make noise about this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful lady because we need to we need to celebrate our own. We need to celebrate people while they are with us, and there is no better way to do that than to support the work that she is doing. Thank you so much for
You're welcome.
tonight. This will go down in history as one of the best Purpose and You editions. I kid you not. And I think after this one, I'm not doing any other one this year. I just want to
Wow.
enjoy it and revel. Yes, December, we will not do anyone in December. We'll just wait
Okay.
till 2026. So thank you.
You're
It
welcome.
looked like it took a while, but it
Mm-hmm.
happened at the perfect time.
Time,
You
yes.
just signing off the year 2025 for us. So thank you, Oluchi
You're
Nwabuzor. For
welcome.
all those
Yes.
who joined tonight, thank you.
Thank you
I
so much, guys.
So
Thank
please
you.
go and download our app on Google Play Store. It's Purpose Discovery Academy. Just look for it. You will have this, I don't know if you can, everybody can see my shirt. PDA, when you get to Google Play Store, you just see it this way. PDA is the app that would educate you on purpose, self-discovery, and how to turn your talent to business. We have a course there called Talent to Business. We have another course on that app, Discovering You. There are three keys. There are three seasons of every human being, but a lot of people play when they're supposed to be discovering themselves in their morning season. And then in the afternoon season, they are wondering what's
What's
going on with their
happening?
lives when other people are being productive. And then the night season will hit you if you have not done anything with your morning and afternoon
An
season.
afternoon
You know,
season,
so
sure.
God designed everybody to be great. Nobody was born without a talent, and Oluchi has helped us to conceptualize how to turn our talents to business. I must allow you go. Thank you very much for being here
You're
tonight,
welcome.
and
My
keep being the
pleasure.
great you that you are. And we look forward to that new movie next week.
Mm.
So everybody, the next time you'll be seeing my face again on this platform will be 2026 by God's grace. You might see me on my Instagram page doing other things, and definitely go follow Oluchi on her Instagram handle if you are not yet following her, Oluchi Nwabuzor. As simple
Yes.
as that, you would get information and notifications on all her latest movies or projects. She also has jewelry business, so please patronize her this December. All the ladies, all the guys, make sure you buy jewelry for your mother, your sister, any woman in your life, right? Even if you
Your
don't have a woman in your life,
girlfriend.
you buy in advance.
Bye.
Buy in advance, slide into her DM and ask on how. I'm sure she will do deliveries to your doorstep, right? And then I
Anywhere.
think she also talked about logistic business or something. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll be in your DM on that matter, that
Okay.
logistics
No
business you
problem.
talked about. Let's see how
No
we can
problem.
collaborate. So
Okay.
let your light keep shining, everyone, because there's some light in you that will illuminate this dark world. My name is Mr. Purpose. I will come your way again by God's grace 2026, first Thursday in January, with another wonderful edition of the Purpose and You talk show. Good night from us here at the
Good
PD
night.
Academy, and good night to you, Oluchi. God
Good
bless you.
night. And you
Thank you,
too.
everybody.
All right, bye.
And now.